I ain't seen his son. I know it's his son. He might be nice, but I gotta see him.
Oh, shit.
What up? Chemist, what's up with you?
Yo, man, I've been thinking, man, what's going on with the fellas with the music shit, my nigga?
Yo, I ain't seen you fats. I know K come home tomorrow, and Tickets lost his parents, you know what I mean? As far as me, him driving these rigs, that's it, bro.
Yo, we left a lot of good unfinished shit on the table, bro. What's up? Y'all got something in y'all?
I got something to take. I know K always on go, and you know, take a natural.
Shit, let's get it then.
All right, let's get it. All right, say that.
Definitely.
Next day.
All right, you already know the shit.
Confusion, you've been out of the game for a minute, back again, no losing. Are you ready to grind? Are you ready for the mass confusion? You've been out of the game for a minute, back again, no losing. Are you ready to shine? Are you ready this time?
Grab a 40, rip off the skirt, I guzzle it. I'm back on this block, about to do dirt. K nice, I'm so young with older niggas, so young, chasing these figures who write songs like these. I'm a real MC, was born one. Now I'm about to drop an album just to show some how real I be. Started out on them North Streets, I hustled all week. My intention was avoid the police. Too many snakes in my society. I'm losing my peeps, was only 13. What the hell I knew about beef? Got myself in situations, couldn't find no relief. I had to bomb on them, wait till the sky get dark and get the drop on them.
Mass confusion, you've been out of the game for a minute, back again, no losing. Are you ready to grind? Are you ready for the mass confusion? You've been out of the game for a minute, back again, no losing. Are you ready to shine? Are you ready to shine?
It's gonna be my year to lay a nigga down. Cock back and bust, spray a nigga down. Y'all niggas had y'all turn, I fall back, I'm going in. Hard body dog, let the games begin. You niggas know what it is, it's Big Tick, I'm in the building. Mass camp, hood sharks, we came to make a killing. So evacuate all women and children. I'm on my bullshit, about to spaz out. Facts, pull a hatch out. North, we right here. 07, 104, where niggas kicking your door and wave the 4-4. Home of the carjackers, crooks, murderers, claiming you from the bricks. Dog, I never heard of ya.
Mass confusion, you've been out of the game for a minute, back again, no losing. Are you ready to grind? Are you ready for the mass confusion? You've been out of the game for a minute, back again, no losing. Are you ready to shine?
I got hip-hop Decepticon rhymes for y'all dime wine rhyme niggas. It's the Mass K Book Lumberjack, them my niggas, styling for now. Low profile, CL Cool Flosser, Black Tim Shelter with Adidas Suede, Butter Puma Walker. Whoa, whoa, yo, hit the flow, yo. Escaping, that's a no-no. I seen your con before, you got your flow from Beanie Promo. You a freaking homo, all out of pocket, off course. Bland ass rappers kill me, acting like they want sauce. They head H&IC. Yo, where I'm from, where I be. Yo, we gon' hold and tear this bitch down. Most definitely, the writing's on the wall. When y'all fall, y'all know who to call. The M-A-S-S is here for all y'all. Come on.
Mass confusion, you've been out of the game for a minute, back again, no losing. Are you ready to grind? Are you ready for the mass confusion? You've been out of the game for a minute, back again, no losing. Are you ready to shine? Are you ready this time?
What's going on, everybody? 2 Oxtails And An Empanada. It's your boy, Uncle Paulie.
It's your girl, Ange.
All right, man. We're going to start off with you, Angie. How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. And to our viewers, we missed y'all so much from last week. So thank you for tuning in. I just kind of, like, y'all know how I always do. Like, I just relax, I cool out, clean the house, cook food, spend time with the kids, have some cocktails. You already know.
Well, before I'm not even going to get into my weekend. I want to give a a big birthday shout out to my homie Smoke right here, man. Today's his birthday, and
it's your birthday.
I really appreciate Terrence.
Kill it, Uncle Ra.
Like over the years, man, we've grown, but just he's special to me, man, because Terrence hasn't missed a show yet, and to be here on his birthday with us, man, it just shows a whole nother level of just love. And because when I first started, this was my idea, and we came together, and he's been riding with me, and to see him on his birthday here, man, it makes my heart smile, man. And I'm not gonna sing to you, you understand? But happy birthday, Terrence. I love you, Terrence, man. I thank God for putting you in my life, man, and I hope you just continue on, man, and have many more blessed birthdays, man. I love you, bro.
Absolutely.
Nah, man.
Nigga said they ain't married already. Word, man. Listen, I thank everybody for tuning in. Today, March the 12th, my birthday, and I thank Angie, I thank Uncle Ra, and I thank Paul. Like I said, true friends and just true people that inspire you in life don't come along, and it may not be the person or the people that you grew up with, but you run into people who are special in your life that you just, you know, have a connection with in a chemistry, and he's truly a brother. I don't agree with everything that he do.
What?
But I love his Trump ass. He's a great man.
Pause.
Great father, and I just appreciate him. I was gonna tear his ass up today because he ain't say shit to me. So, you know, I still feel this wasn't planned, but
all right.
He ain't say nothing to me all day, and I was just like, "Yo, where's Paul? That's how P doing it."
All right.
And I was just like, and I'm not a celebration type of, but you gonna at least shake my hand and say, "Hey, man, congratulations."
I know what I was doing. But you know,
I appreciate it,
you know what's
man.
funny?
I love you, bro.
I couldn't forget your birthday if I wanted to. Facebook told me as soon as I woke
Yeah,
up.
and that's why I was real mad. I said, this joker on the internet every day, and he ain't even. Shout out to Joanna, man, because she hit me with the text and let me know early this morning. She said, she said, "Good morning, brother. You're just so good, and you're so chocolate." And you may not be as chocolate as my husband, but I appreciate you being on this earth. And I thank you, Joanna.
A lot of chocolate up here, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to go this. I don't mean to go into this right now, but I'm upset. But nigga, are you serious? I just found out that the Cleveland took the Odell Beckham Jr. from the Giants, and I feel some type of way.
That's wild.
I'm upset. I've been through the hot tubs and everything with this sucker. Yeah, because I'm upset right now, Uncle Ra. The Giants is the worst. I'm a Giants and a Knicks fan, and I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. We can go on with the show, but that is some bullshit.
You know what?
Go ahead, man. Let's talk about all that political stuff that you like getting into. I know the Odell Beckham thing.
Oh, it just rattled me.
Dog, you rattled. I'm not even a Giant fan of the rattle.
Man.
I can't believe it.
That Odell Beckham leaving is like you being a pimp right now, and your top money making hoe done left you.
And remember now, you got blonde hair and curls. So you actually make a good point. That's your top making money hoe.
Oh my God, man. This is crazy. Girl. But I want to talk about my man Pete. Uncle Rob's gonna play the video, y'all, man. This guy. Oh man, you didn't get it. All right, well I got you. You sent it after. Yeah.
I'll get it.
All right. All right, we get into it. We can skip over it real quick then. So let's just talk about Angie the landfill.
Okay. Yeah, because when I read about this, I was really upset. So there's some sources saying that remains of U.S. troops of more than 250 soldiers were dumped in the landfill between 2004 and 2008. So I got this information from NBC News, and it actually was exposed in 2011. In a particular landfill in Virginia, it was 274 U.S. troops remains that were left in landfills. And, you know, for me, that really is extremely disrespectful. I'm a kind of person, if you ask me like about the military, I personally don't agree for what sometimes we're signing up for, because it's almost like we're just out here, you know, defending political people's beefs, where something could be simply taken care of with maybe a conversation, some world understanding. But that's not the world that we live in. But I respect and appreciate the troops of all branches of the military, because they go out there and they defend our country, the country that we live in, breathe in, eat in, and being able to walk around however we feel free to do so. They're defending us, and for them to defile them and their memory and the disrespect is fucked up.
It's messed up, because my son is in the Army. He's actually he graduates in April.
Shout out to Buddha.
Yeah, shout out to Buddha. I can't wait to see him, and he's doing this thing, and God forbid we had to go to war and something happened to him.
Thank you, Augustina King.
If I found out they put my son in the landfill, I mean, I ain't no killer, but I don't know what the hell I would do, man. I just think that when you got people walking around getting mad at Kaepernick for getting on his knee, or a person that won't stand or salute the flag, or someone that might burn the flag, and you say they're not a patriot, you want to stop their careers, but then you doing shit like that, to me, that's one of the most unpatriotic things that you talk about. That's the most unpatriotic things, and that's no remorse or have no feelings, man. Yeah. That's just, I don't know, that's horrible, man. But you know, it is what it is, man. T, go ahead, man.
I don't know. I really, that's just one of the political things that y'all normally talk about that I normally don't have no comment on, because I just normally always feel like when it comes to the government, they do whatever they want when they want. They castrate, and I'm probably using the wrong word, but they treat people the way that they want to treat them, how they want to treat them, same way they go after R. Kelly and Bill Cosby. And I don't mean to get deep, but
right.
When we look into these things and go into these things, it's really nothing. They go after who they want to go after. They do what they want to do. So for them to, I don't know, do this,
yeah,
you know,
it's terrible. It really is. And the sad thing is, I'm pretty sure that when these soldiers passed away, they came to that family's door and they presented them with the flag. I'm pretty sure that they did, and probably said that they couldn't find the bodies. Because when they actually were talking about these landfills, they found dog tags and everything. So there's evidence that this is something that's been going on. And again, it wasn't exposed until 2011. And this just goes to show how we might not pay attention to the right news. Okay? Because I get it. You know, in America, the right news don't make the news. You better tell them. Shit. But I feel bad. I just want to say to anybody that's in the military, I appreciate you and I respect you and thank you for your service.
And while we talk about disrespect, we got to talk about Paul Kajimi. You know what? I'll let you hear the video so you can see it for yourself, because this dude, wow.
Today, a big rally in St. Petersburg, and even the mayor is planning to attend. Demonstrators are angry about a racist rant by another mayoral candidate that sparked nationwide outrage. Amanda Shivari joins us now live from Williams Park, where the rally will be held. We're expecting a big crowd, huh, Amanda?
John, we certainly are. This video gained national spotlight, putting St. Petersburg in attention that the city didn't necessarily want to have. It all started when mayoral candidate Paul Kajimi started talking about opportunities for children in the city. Then he went off topic suddenly. Take a listen.
If you don't like it here in America, planes leave every hour from Tampa Airport. Go back to Africa. Go back to Africa.
As you can imagine, that statement was immediately met with boos and the crowd erupting in in shouting, telling him to get out. Those comments were directed at another candidate, Jesse Neville. They didn't stop there.
That you talk about, Mr. Neville, your people already got your reparations. Your reparations came in the form of a man named Barack Obama.
We're expecting the rally to start around 6:30 tonight at Williams Park. And as we mentioned, we're expecting a lot of people to come out here tonight because of all the attention that this story has received over the last week. John?
Wow. Well, thank you so much for that.
So wait a minute.
Talking directly into the mic.
Absolutely.
Oh.
So wait a minute. Who is this guy? Because you know I'm not.
He is a
mayoral candidate.
He's a candidate to run for mayor. I don't want to mess up the city, but in Florida.
In Florida.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Andrea, they are out here.
Was he fined?
Fined for what?
Well, Russell Westbrook was fined for him responding to racial terms in the NBA. $25,000. So I know they must have fined him at least $1 million for telling all black people to get on the airplane and go back to Africa.
The NBA is different. I'm gonna tell you why. Because the NBA has certain rules and things that you can't do. It's already established.
That's cool.
Right?
I'll answer that when we get back to the whole Russell Westbrook conversation.
So now with, and like Andrea said,
yes.
Florida, it figures. Now with this is where the freedom of speech comes in, which I believe in. I believe that everybody should say what they want to say, when they want to say it, or what's on their mind. Now the consequences that come from what you say, far as people, I don't think you should lose your job because you feel some type of way. But this guy right here is running for mayor.
That was pure ignorance.
Ignorance. And for anybody that's in that city, if your ass don't get up and vote when it's time to vote and he becomes mayor, you deserve everything that goes down and that happens. He said your reparations came in the form of Barack Obama. But you know what I respect about him? He don't give a fuck.
He don't. And if he gets into office,
he's gonna be your problem.
But if he gets into office, that's a reflection of that city's people that are there. Because that means that they actually approve that message, because that message was direct, misinformed, and ignorant all in one time. It's like, are you fucking serious? You told us he said there's a plane that leaves every hour. Go back to Africa.
That's wild.
Where are we gonna go?
But you know what get me when they say that? Nobody don't tell them to go back to the Caucasus Mountains of Europe where they was knuckle dragging. Nobody says that. You get what I'm saying?
Yo,
Nobody says
crazy?
that. What?
That sound like lunchtime at the lunchroom. I wouldn't think a politician would be like, yo, man, if you don't like it in America, you can get on the plane.
Knowing that the mic is on.
Yo,
ain't like the nigga was in the back room.
But did you see? You had to see his lean. He
He
was here with it, yo.
The only thing he was missing
deserves
was
a nigga
get on the plane.
Nigga.
First, he deserves that.
Wait, right. First class. Nigga. You can go back to Africa. We want to send you off here from America in good company.
Yo, man, that's right. Mayo sapiens.
That's right. I
Crazy.
think that mayoral candidate deserves a nigga. Are you serious?
Nigga, are you serious?
The fucked up thing is,
yeah,
he is.
He is. That's what's crazy, man. What we got next, y'all, man?
Yo, real quick, man. Shout out Alvin Gardner, Heist, Andrea. Appreciate y'all tuning in.
Yes.
I see you. Augustine. I see you. Joanna. We see you in the building.
Hey, Heist, don't get
Gutter
me
Boy,
started.
Genesis. Appreciate y'all tuning in.
Heist, don't get me started. You're correct. And then not just that, also the immigrants, but we're going to go on. That's why Terrence is moving, because he knows how I feel about Barack. Go ahead, yo.
Real quick, I just want to give
I
a
love you,
shout out to
Joanna.
the high school John Mural. I don't know if I'm saying that right. The high school students, they walked out of class. So they basically walked out of class over do-rags They're students at Pasadena, California. So more than 100 students. This happened about 2 weeks ago. So y'all forget we didn't have a show last week. So students walked out. They was protesting the policy of wearing do-rags. They believe that administration believes that anyone who wears do-rags are in a gang. Now, I'm not from California, so West Coast, East Coast is a different thing. The students believe that the do-rags are a part of their culture, and they're just trying to get their waves in order. The principal says, I went here, I didn't wear do-rag, and you should wear your do-rag at night when you go to sleep.
Wait, is the principal black or white?
I believe he's black.
Okay.
I seen the name. It
Okay.
definitely ain't a
I agree with him.
Say that again?
I agree with him. And for some people might not like where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
I agree with him. Wearing a do-rag in class?
Thank you.
I agree with him.
Now,
I don't know. Wait.
Hold up.
I don't know
Might as
whether
well
it's
let
in
people
class
wear
or
hats
when
in
you
class.
walk
Let
into
me
school.
let me. That's what I'm about to get at you.
Go ahead.
Let me tell you something, okay? That's what's wrong with these young misguided motherfuckers. Because if my kid came home and told me he was going to protest wearing the do-rag, I would have punched him in his nose. Now, the problem is that you have kids young ladies that's going to school and having problems with their dreadlocks and their natural hair. That's something to walk out of school with. But a do-rag is like he said, it's for you to brush your hair, put the wave cap on, and go to sleep.
Most of them motherfuckers don't even be having
Don't even
braids.
have them. Wait,
I mean, don't even be having waves.
When you're in school, right?
Off this wave.
And you're supposed to be in school. There's no reason for you to be walking in the hallways and or sitting in class with the do-rag on. You can't walk around in the school with your skellies on. I haven't been to school in a long time, but I know when I was going to school, you couldn't walk around with hats on your head, skellies. So I'm trying to figure out what's the difference. And they're complaining about them that's just some they wasted their time. They could have protested anything else, but they want to protest wave caps.
Right.
Come on, bro.
Right.
Come on, bro.
And I agree with that too. Now I try to look at it on both sides of the spectrum, because when you're dealing with teenagers, sometimes they're in the point where they feel like they want to express themselves and be able to dress and do certain things the way they want to, because once they grow up, they're going to have to conform to the workforce. And I get that. But I completely agree with you, Paul. There's no reason why you should have on a wave cap in school, and to actually fight and go against that. That's stupid. And it's just like an old school. You know how like you come in the house, supposed to take your hat off.
You don't sit at the dinner table with your hat on.
You don't sit at the but that's not but that's not happening anymore.
I'm sorry.
People are forgetting the way that, there's certain things that you should be able to do to carry yourself as a man.
The dude in the picture with dreads and a cover around him. Why you got a wave cap? Why is he protesting?
Because he just there.
Fuck out of here.
Now let's think back to when we was kids. If somebody was to pull something off like this, we just gonna go outside because shit.
Yeah.
It's a free day.
Yeah, but he
me
got
and my dreads. I'm out here.
I'm sorry. Hold on, let's look at this whole picture. The dude with the whatever you call it, the microphone joint. He don't have
Don't
waves.
even have one on.
Come on,
now,
man.
I wish that they.
Nigga, are you serious?
And so now,
Yo, the girl that has one on, like, why does she even have it on? She got on a what you call that?
Well,
a 52-piece weave under that bitch.
No, from what I'm seeing, some girls that
Malcolm
wear.
X was light skinned, but he fought for the dark skinned brothers.
What does Terrence?
What?
Malcolm X also had a perm before he got right, but I don't know.
Yo, that's what's wrong with these young motherfuckers. They dumb as
They
fuck.
are, but you know what?
Protesting the wrong shit.
That's what I was about to say, but you know what? The drive is there. They just don't have nobody to kind of redirect them in the direction that they need to be going in.
Terrence sipping too much. I want to hear him defend this, Angie.
Oh.
What about the women that I seen in that video that have their dresses higher than 4 fingers? Anybody that went to Catholic school know the 4-finger rule.
That's kind of short.
I don't know if y'all know the 4-finger rule.
You can see their dresses
just wait
in the picture?
Just wait a minute.
Yeah, all right. We going
There's
somewhere.
there's the 4-finger rule.
I had a 4-finger rule when I was single.
Oh,
Go
Lord.
ahead.
Take the whole will.
I think we all had the 4-finger rule.
Okay.
4 fingers.
There was the 4-finger rule. See, they directing this something crazy. That's cool.
Go ahead,
There's
T.
the 4-finger rule where you gotta have your dress only 4 fingers above the knee. Supposedly, when I went to high school,
That's right. That's right.
And women rolled their dress up long, way higher than the 4-finger rule. Not to mention, they used to wear shirts that was way tighter than they should wear them, and they had their breasts and they 2 buttons all open. I mean, if you want to talk about rules, there was a lot of rules being broken in these schools.
You right, but
I'm not talking about. I'm not saying that do-rags
Yeah.
should be. You should sit in your class with your do-rag on. That's not at all what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, if you want to talk about rules, some of this tail that's just being wagged around here, and some of this baby thigh that's being shown, that get these boys all riled up.
What is it called again?
Baby thigh.
That's been Catholic school forever. That's why actually Catholic school having a woman dress up as a Catholic school girl is a fetish for niggas.
It
right.
sure
Because
is.
that's how they use it.
But I got one even better for you. They wear the high socks with the ever sneakers. How did that change? When I went to school, you had to wear some shoes that shined at the toe. Now they wearing Jordans and Kobe. I went to Catholic school my whole life, dog.
Okay, I never went to Catholic
My
school.
whole life, dog.
The
Everybody
shoe
know.
gotta shine at the toe?
Shoe got to shine at the toe. If you came with a little dust on your toe, you was expelled.
Well, Terrence.
I went to
That's why
VLD
you
and
didn't
I went to
graduate?
I ain't
Orange
trying
Line.
You might have got a day.
I ain't
You
trying
might
to
have got
be
a
funny.
day. You definitely got a call, and your parents was called while they was at work, and they was told
Baby thighs
that
and
either
shiny
you got to
shoes and
come
shit.
in or you got to clean them shoes.
Terrence, I'm not trying to be funny.
What?
But we went to public school.
We really did.
We wasn't born with a silver spoon in our mouth, Miss Hawkins.
You just make sure your ass show up to school. But Truancy come get you.
That's cool.
but you
Mama,
know what?
Mama, forgive
And
Paul. I love you.
Andrea's right. Jobs have dress codes.
Facts.
And
Absolutely.
what you're doing to these kids, and I would tell, now if this was my son and my son said, Pops, I really feel like this is something I want to do. So I will be telling my son then, so basically you're telling me that you're either coming up with some type of trade where you can start your own business, or you have some plan where you're going to be starting your own business. Because if you think that you're going to be working in somebody's job,
That's not gonna happen.
it's not going to happen.
And one
You
thing
can't even go in certain restaurants with do-rags
with
on.
a do-rag on. And one thing I will say, because I work at a school and I service individuals from 17 on up, a lot of our young individuals have no soft skills at all. They don't know how to even do an interview properly, and let alone sitting here trying to fight for a damn do-rag to be on your head while you're sitting in school.
I'm glad you talked about the do-rag, but let's talk about these women that's their bodies at a young age is well proportioned.
Absolutely.
And they wearing these tight see-through. I had people that I work with. Maybe not see-through. I'm using the wrong word.
I'm just saying,
but I have
you
people
got
I
X-ray
work
vision
with.
that they might not know about.
What?
Now. You said see-through. Only you can see.
That's cool.
Okay.
But these khakis are too tight. And they wearing it skin tone, painted on, and I don't really get into detail, but I'm a little confused. It ain't just the do-rags that's throwing me off. It's the women. They can go a little deep into this.
But you know what? Women can switch and say, and then we can pass on.
We tired of seeing y'all asses
Yep,
out.
that's just what I was going to say.
Okay, you talk about you talk
rolling
about
up
the
in
tight
school
shirts
like that.
Yeah,
with the 2 buttons open
Yeah.
and the tight flesh
Come on,
pants.
man.
That's
I'm
how they
tired of
rolling
looking
up
at
in school.
Yeah, talk about he Captain Do-Rag. Yeah, get your ass out of
he
here.
On
Say
his
the
way to
word.
school.
Yeah.
He here to say the word.
Oh. Man, what's next, man? Yo, that was funny.
Yo, you wild, dog. We could talk
Nigga,
about
are you sick?
I just want to bring to light it's a black hair salon, not a hair salon. I'm sorry, a beauty shop. They made $50,000
One day.
in one day.
Damn.
In 3 hours.
That made me
In
want to dance.
Word.
Nashville, Tennessee. obviously they don't have no black beauty salons, beauty shops in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yo, man, I'm sorry.
I'm serious. Do you see how powerful our spending dollar is when we come together? We are the highest level of consumers in the country.
But I tell you what, if I was them, I wouldn't have put that out. Because Uncle Sam is sitting back like 50,000 in one day. Oh, yeah.
Give you the Stevie J hand.
I hate to say it. Some things you need to keep to yourself.
Nah, they put it out because they want to let everybody know in that area that this is the only place that you can get black products for your hair to come and make it happen.
I feel you. But you know what they could have? I don't know.
They had a line around the corner.
Yo, that line was crazy.
I don't know. I just wouldn't have put.
What was that?
The beauty supply.
Beauty supply.
Damn, Heist.
In Nashville, Tennessee, that made $50,000 in 3 hours.
Come on, Heist.
Heist said they was probably selling dope out the back door.
Don't sell nobody. It's like, no, we don't support that.
Yeah, she hit it with the pops.
Don't support that.
Tell nobody. Yo, nah, Heist, you wrong for that one, yo. Yeah, that's horrible. What we got next, T?
They had a little crack in the weave, huh? We can go into the Good Samaritan.
Yes. So the Good Samaritan killing, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you remember, but in December 1st of 2018, there was a murder of a woman named Jacqueline Smith. All right. So now, supposedly, what happened with her was her and her husband were riding down the street, and a woman came up to the car and she was asking for change. So the wife, Miss Smith, she rolled the window down and she gave the woman money. When she went to give the woman money, a man came up and he stabbed her repeatedly while he snatched her chain and he snatched her cell phone and he snatched her wallet and ran away. Miss Smith died because of these stabbings, right? So we saw her husband, Mr. Smith, and his daughter, which is not
the stepdaughter.
The stepdaughter, which was not her daughter, of course. And they were up there crying, and they were really upset. Coming to find out, I want to say maybe 3 weeks ago, they were caught actually trying to enter Mexico. I guess trying to get away from everything, but they were found that the husband, in fact, and the daughter helped. They actually killed this woman and tried to put it off on the her actually trying to give like a panhandler some money because there was similar to that in their neighborhood.
Ho. The husband and the daughter did it?
Yes. And they were both taken into custody about 2 Sundays ago. And they both been charged with first-degree murder. Now, the interesting thing that I finding this about is very funny. I couldn't find the actual details. The police department will not reveal the details on how they figured out that these two were actually the ones that murdered her.
Because they're using it for court.
All right. So now no bail has been set, and I'm pretty sure that Maryland had 10 days to pick them up. That's what they said. So they held them, and then they got picked up, and now they're going to be going to court soon. And I think that's a crying fucking shame that you're going to actually take the city that you live in, knowing that it's a high rate of crime, and you're going to try to use that as a plot to kill your wife, you and your damn child that she obviously helped do something with.
What's up, Corey? Love you.
And it
How
just
the
really
fuck do you get your kid to conspire with you to kill your
I
mother?
think
Maybe the father.
She's about 20-something.
Yeah, she's in her 20s.
I really believe, first of all, Uncle Rob, when I first heard the story, right, I said, baby, it's something wrong. Because I said, and she said she felt the same way. There is no way that I'm in the car with my wife and one of my daughters, and my wife rolls down the window to hand someone money.
Oh, they were in the car.
Yeah.
See, I was over here doing some other shit and
then
goes
out
to
of your
hand
fucking
someone
mind.
money, and they go to stab my wife, take her chain,
and they get away,
cell phone,
and
wallet, and run off, and I don't move out that car or out my seat. I'm telling you, as scared as any of my daughters might be, I know Mecca Adisha is jumping out that car with me, and we either
all die.
We gonna either all die or it's gonna be some ass whooping going on outside. And he like that's too much time. And my second thing when I knew it was a problem, when I seen her crying and I seen them white lips, I know white lips.
What's white lips?
She had the crackhead lips.
Oh.
If you look at that picture and if you blow up that picture,
fucking delete it.
You delete it. All right, don't worry about
I'll
it.
bring it back.
But the picture that she had, if you look at her lips and see how white it is,
God damn.
You see the lips? You
Man,
see the
she
lips?
look like Tyrone Bigum's sister.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I said something's wrong.
Yo,
something's
Do
wrong.
you see that?
Something's
and I
wrong.
mean, when you watch it, she was like, she was so giving. She was so loving. And so my idea is,
and the father, I'm sorry, Angie, and the father, you never seen a father crying on the news.
Nope, you didn't.
There's no way that somebody killed my wife and I'm able to talk. It's not happening.
Looking like Pookie.
It's not happening. I'm outside
Like
with some
Pookie,
hard
that's
pipe hitting motherfuckers and we gonna get medieval.
my
Are you
God.
kidding me, yo? A piece of shit. How do you do that with, oh my.
And then see, the way I'm looking at it, I think that the wife has some insurance money. Okay? And I think that this was something
they was
that
fucking.
was planned. That's why I say it's a damn shame. You know, it takes a long time.
Him and that daughter probably was fucking.
Ugh.
And they probably said, let's get out the picture.
No,
And
that's his child. That's not her child. That's his daughter.
Him
I
and the
know,
daughter was probably fucking.
Yeah, or again, or maybe she was
Getting high
smoking some
together.
fucking
Yeah.
crack. Something, but you know, this just goes to show that it takes a long time to get to know somebody because that woman married that man under the pretenses that he was going to love, honor, and obey her initially. And it's fucked up.
Hold up. Obey. That wasn't in my vows. Go ahead.
Stop. Anyway, so.
Obey. What am I, a puppy?
You see my face?
Uncle Rob.
Ladies and gentlemen, you see my face?
Obey. We don't know.
I'm right.
This ain't no
I'm
crab
right.
seasoning.
All right. But my whole thing, crack is wet. It is, but I just think that this was a very fucked up situation.
It
And the
is.
fact that they tried to put it, they literally used the city that they lived in and the high rate of crime to think that they were going to pull that shit off.
They almost did.
They almost did. They made it to the border, and they got stopped. Look at that shit.
I think we need to give a shout out to our law on a situation like this where someone tries to do something. We tend to always down the law, but
Man,
the law
fuck the
was,
police. They did their job.
Okay. All right, I'm not gonna argue. Today is not the day for me to argue. All right, I'll try to give it a little shout out to everybody.
you're right.
Show love, but you know, it didn't work out on this segment. So
Who was that?
I wanna.
That is
Pinkett's
Jada
mother.
Pinkett's mom.
Huh?
61 years old.
What?
So
That's
so
Jada Pinkett's
so I was
mother.
gonna talk about political, but since we see the picture up,
Yeah, you might as
let's
well get into
let's
it.
just get into this beautiful smile, these beautiful abs, and just beautiful at 61.
Yeah, she's lovely.
Let's just check out the beautiful skin
She
tone.
could get it with the lights on in Macy's window.
Wait a minute.
No,
wait a minute.
Now look at Uncle Rock getting
Yo,
nasty.
she's
in Macy's
61?
window.
She's 61.
Turn them off!
Yo, turn them off. Turn them off.
Light a candle.
Even them motherfuckers. I got to see this.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, she's a
that's-
beautiful woman.
That's definitely something
is.
worth.
And you know what? I heard she had 7 husbands.
She was. She actually talked about that on the episode of the Red Table.
That's
So
one. That's one for every ab.
So that mean that
She
she
that's one for every ad.
that means she got that seasoned monkey.
No, that means she got one more ab left. That's good for marriage. Paul, what you want to do?
I'm not. I'm not.
Okay.
That's that. Put your mother on the phone. I'm at Sunshine.
All right, I think I might go.
Okay, Andrea.
Nah, man. That's,
Yo,
that's,
Heist
I
said,
hit raw.
that's dope.
Heist said here hit raw can't get pregnant. That's not true.
Better be more
They
careful.
just had an Indian couple a month ago that just had their first child at 76 and 74 years old.
Dog, I don't know if that's makeup
Yep.
in picture, but she looks extraordinary right
She
there.
does.
61?
She does.
61? Who in your family look like that at 61?
You know what? Joanna's sister.
Yeah, I have a
If
couple
you
family
if you
members like
see
that.
my wife's sister,
Yeah, I don't want to see
I won't put
if
it-
she look like that,
I
don't
won't
want to
put.
see
I,
it.
no,
Don't bring her around
But she's
me.
a little old school, but she dressed. But if you look at her,
Nigga, I bet she is old
She
school.
looks-
She's 61.
yeah,
She
yeah.
ain't new school.
She looks about she looks 15 to 20 years younger than what she really is. Like the woman in my white family, they don't. I won't tell my wife age because she gets mad at me. But my wife
I said I hit raw. She can't get pregnant. That's not true.
My wife's a cougar and she don't look her age.
Yo, who's Heist? This is a wild.
I like Heist. Heist all right with me.
Yeah. He a wild joker.
Heist eating groceries and he eating groceries and everything. Well, what we got, man?
Real quick, I just want to talk about the $263 million New Jersey winner who won the lotto and left his ticket at the store. Went home and some fool got the ticket. Well, I'm not saying he a fool, but somebody got the ticket and returned it to the store.
I'll tell you why, probably. You want to know why?
Why?
Yeah, make it happen, Captain.
If you always remember this. Give y'all some schooling. You buy a ticket. Soon as you buy the ticket, write your name on the back. Sign the fucking ticket. Because if it's signed, none of y'all could go and cash my ticket with my name on it. So the motherfucker probably signed his ticket. That's why the dude probably gave it back. I'm not. How do you know who to do this?
Yes,
How do you know who it is that left their ticket in the store?
Yeah.
How do you go and find this guy?
Yeah.
His name, he probably was smart like me. Sign it. Because you can't go to the lottery people and get that shit cash. Not with somebody else's signature.
Seriousness, Uncle Rob, I'm not a big gambler, but I've walked into a corner store and then watched the joker in the front have so much going on. He walks out and leaves his ticket, and then Joker return whenever he returned. But I handed it to the guy that put our numbers in, because I'm just a regular in that store. It's at my corner.
No, I get that. No, I get that.
You don't know it's a winning number anyway. Samaritan. I could have just took that ticket.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
He said he was
probably a regular too, though.
Yeah, he probably was a regular.
Oh, it was the same day.
No, he came back the next day. He said he did it that night, and he came back the next day. I guess maybe the morning, and he got it. And
when the ticket became a winner, did the guy gave him the ticket know it was a winner?
No, he wouldn't know it was a winner because at that point it's 6 o'clock.
All right, then I didn't get all that.
He gave the ticket back, and then the person who took the numbers just held on to the ticket, and the person who gave the number came back the next day like, "Yo, did somebody leave the ticket?" Yeah, somebody did leave the ticket.
That person plays.
Yeah.
That person plays the picket too.
The winning ticket.
Yeah, but that person
a situation like that to make a Muslim say, "Won't he do it?" Because yo, there's no way.
Now, here's the $1 million question. Did my man give him something? And if so, how much did he give him?
He said he's not revealing what he's given to the store or the individual who left the ticket.
I think the store wins automatically.
Yeah, the store wins automatically.
Right.
Yeah, they get something for selling the ticket.
But I still would take care of the store and old boy.
Well, if not the store,
on
at least
the low,
the person that held the
on
ticket.
the low.
Yeah, on the low.
Word.
On the low, because it would hurt my heart if I give the store money and then they get robbed or whatever. You know what I'm saying? A week later, so.
True. Listen, we 15 minutes late. But it's time for Angie's Tea.
I had a song for Angie's Tea.
Go ahead.
Let it dangle, let it dangle, let it dangle, and Angie and T. Let it dangle on the world.
I don't even know where you're going, dog. I was with you at first.
Nah. You want to stay with him, too. You over here dancing.
I don't even know what's going on.
Get all that. Yeah.
Let it dangle, Angie.
Dang.
All right, guys. So, real quick, for any of the viewers that watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, and that means that you know who Cynthia Bailey is. Not only was she on that show, but she's like a modeling extraordinaire. She was married to a gentleman named Peter Thomas, who also was linked to Neil Long. So, Peter Thomas was the type of guy that when he married Cynthia, he was, always looking out to do different types of ventures of businesses and things like that. They used to flop a lot. But he does have a club in Atlanta called Bar One. So, Peter Thomas was actually arrested at the Miami International Airport 3 weeks ago because he's been accused of writing fraudulent checks. Now, again, if anybody watches the show, they know that he used to hang out with Phaedra Park's husband, well, ex-husband, Apollo. So they were both known for doing some kind of janky things. So his ass is locked up. I don't know what's going to happen with that, but I will follow up on that and give you the information. So I already know if anybody watches Wendy Williams, she returned to her show 2 weeks ago, sporting a short bob, her wedding ring, and she said that she is not going anywhere and that she loves her husband and she going to be with him because he was with her when she was fat. What she said. And my whole thing with Wendy is...
She was probably sexier when she was fat.
She was. I seen the picture. But my whole thing is...
Martin. When she was on Martin.
Yeah, she looked...
Remember?
I don't remember her being on Martin.
She was on Martin. Oh man, that's bad. I'm a Martin fan like this.
I love Martin.
She was on Martin.
It was a radio show.
When she was going to, he was going to see, when he met Ronell Williams, whatever his name is. And they was going to the radio store to check in and to talk. And
did you miss
what's
me?
His name snuck him in.
Did you miss me?
She was on there and he spoke to her.
Do work, Snooki. Snooki.
So,
that was my shit.
Yeah.
My thing with Wendy is though this, like I would respect you more. You do a segment called Hot Topics, right?
Fuck Wendy Williams.
And I'm gonna go with this on this one because you've made a fortune off of the back of celebrities and their business and just exposing people. But when it comes to your own hot topic, you're gonna tell people don't ask about. She straight said it. Don't ask about my marriage. Your husband, my dear, is the one that's making a complete ass out of you. Your husband is the one, if you didn't remember when I was talking about this tea a couple of weeks back, he done went and got the side chick pregnant that he's been dealing with over 11 years. The side chick had a house that was right down the street from them. He moved the side chick out of that house and put her in a condo. He beats your ass. His mother admitted it. Okay, the people that work for your show talked about how you lock yourself in the room. You always ask for people to sneak you in bottles of champagne because you're drunk, and that's the reason why you up here tripping up on your damn words when you're doing your show. Now, Wendy, I have respect for you. I always try to support you and kind of even compare you to like maybe being the Black Howard Stern. But for you to go up on that show after you done had all these different people hosting your shit because your arm was broken before you came back, and then you had the nerve to tell people don't ask about your marriage, bitch. We need to know about your marriage. It's the hot topic.
Damn,
bitch. She on fire.
Yeah, let it dangle.
I want to talk about something serious that's been going on too for the past 2 weeks. I want to say it's something called the Momo Challenge, and it's a challenge that you have an Asian woman who has a face with her eyes popping out, and she has the body of a bird. Now, this particular program, or whatever it is actually targeted to reach children between the ages of 3 to 12. It first started coming on one of the shows called Peppa Pig, where it would actually show disturbing images on Peppa Pig, like Peppa Pig's mom being murdered, and Peppa Pig sitting around with like a gun in her hand and stuff like that. But the Momo Challenge is actually brought up through the WhatsApp on your cell phone. Parents, pay attention to what your kids are looking at. I get it. Kids get on your nerves. You give them the tablet, they calm down. Children are getting younger and younger with tablets, but they're actually being reached out by situations like this.
What's
where
the challenge?
The challenge is
Momo
Momo will say to you like, hello, I'm Momo. How you doing? I want you to cut yourself on the arm and cut yourself on the leg. If you don't do it, I'm going to come to your house and I'm going to kill your parents. Or they'll say, or say, hi, I'm Momo. I want you to go downstairs to your stove, turn on the gas, and tell nobody, and go to bed. So it's actually perpetuating children to harm themselves and others. And if you're talking about little small kids seeing a figure like that, they become scared. And then if you don't do what they tell you to do, the app will keep calling you and threatening you and making you scared and telling you if you tell your parents are going to die. So there have not been any fatalities in the United States. Now, you have had some children that actually followed it, but there was a child in another country. I can't think of the actual country. This child actually killed themselves by listening to Momo. So all I can say is when you watch the WhatsApp app on your children's tablet and phone, and parents,
kids
the unfortunate part about this is that we're just finding out about the Momo Challenge. The Momo Challenge has actually been going on for 2 months without adults knowing that it was happening. So that's giving us, and that just shows us that because we have so much technology, it's smartphones and tablets, we have to connect with our kids. And to be quite honest with you, I don't think no child that's over 6 or 7 years, under 6 or 7 years old need a damn tablet anyway. They need a book. They need a crayon and some paper and be able to actually express themselves in a natural way. But because we are in this time, some of our parents will say, buy them a tablet, you sit them down, and the child shuts up for hours. I've seen some kids, you even forget they're in the house. So be careful because the internet will be raising your kids and be raising monsters and you won't even know it. Okay? So that's something that, you know, you don't really want to have going on. Can I talk about, can I bring up the deaths maybe now?
Sure.
Let's talk about it.
So there's been a couple of deaths. I'm going to start with the most recent one. Frida Freeman, the son of, Frida Foreman, I'm sorry. The son of George Foreman. She was 42 years old, and she, according to the police, she committed suicide in her home in Texas last Friday. I don't know if that was something that was she battling depression. The family's kind of being quiet about it. They're just talking about how God gained a new angel. And I'm going to tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Just because a person comes off strong does not mean that you should not reach out to them and talk to them, because you never know what somebody could be going through. Just because somebody's smiling all the time doesn't mean that they're crying inside. And depression is getting higher in people of color in our community more than ever now. It's being pushed down to the children all the way up to the adults.
The tears of a clown.
The tears of a clown. You see that? Luke Perry passed away 2 weeks ago. From people that are my age that probably used to like Beverly Hills 90210, Luke Perry played the popular character Dylan McKay, the bad boy, on the show. He also played in a show currently called Riverdale. He passed away. He had a stroke, and he went into a coma, and he never woke up. And I also want to say rest in peace to T.I.'s sister, Precious Harris, who passed away at 66 years old. She was in a really bad car accident, and she actually went into an asthma attack, went into a coma, and never woke up. Okay, so rest in peace to everybody that I just brought up for passing away. And on a more positive note, we want to give a shout out to Marvin Gaye, who is going to be receiving a stamp in his honor in time for his 80th birthday. He was born April 2nd, 1939.
Shit. Let's give it up for Marvin Gaye.
Whoa.
Oh, mercy, mercy me. All things ain't like they used to be now. Come on, somebody.
Okay. All right now.
That extra all was not in the song. But we gonna
been in the song. It was in it today.
All right, we gonna move on. It's your birthday.
That's right.
I don't know. I guess it's been all over the place, but obviously, I think if you're in the closet, maybe you don't know what's going on with R. Kelly. So we missed last week.
That was a good one. You didn't even realize what you just did. In the closet,
you ain't even know it.
You ain't even. Yo.
Stupid.
That was a good one.
Got no time. R. Kelly was bailed out last week. I'm not sure exactly. Yo, tell me who he looked like. Tell me you don't look like Paul right now.
They said that's the new. They said that's the new Jordan face.
Right now.
They're not gonna use Jordan's crying face no more. That's the face.
Facts. They need to use that one now.
I know you don't do what he does with kids, but you look. Yeah,
I was giving you a year of my life.
This ain't about my damn career.
You should have seen your face. Like, yo, what are you talking about?
Yo, so R. Kelly was bailed out, for the charges. I'm a little bit mixed up on who bailed him out. They said it was a friend that owned a daycare.
No, that was the first time.
Okay,
that was the first time that he got locked up.
You know what, man?
Second time it was for child support by a fan.
Yeah, he owed $161,000 in child support, and I think the city where he owes the child support, that if you owe over $20,000, it's considered a felony. So hours after he did the infamous CBS interview with Gayle King, he was arrested. Like literally not even 5 hours after he did the interview, they arrested him for the child support for $161,000.
But you know what's crazy? And people not gonna like what I'm about to say. But I don't care.
All right.
You know what's crazy?
Get your violins ready.
He gets messed up for $160,000 for not paying child support. My first problem with that, I'm not talking about R. Kelly and what he's doing.
No, we're going to talk about child support.
Okay. $160,000. So that's $20,000 a month. They said he was missing. There's no baby in the world that needs $20,000 a month. That's my first thing. Now number two.
Well, he got three kids.
Okay, three kids.
And they in private school.
They broke him down, protested him down.
That's right.
To where he wasn't able to do his concerts and get his money revenue no more.
I agree.
So, and this is the problem that I have with the child support.
What's this nigga living check to check?
Yeah.
It's R. fucking Kelly.
Yeah, yo,
nigga, how's he living check
Hold
to
up,
check?
real quick. I'm gonna tell you how.
He didn't own his own.
He don't own his masters.
Don't matter. You know how much money he get to do a show?
I get that, but
fuck
just
them masters.
Just feel
he
me
ain't
real.
selling records no more.
Just feel me real quick, Uncle.
Are you for real?
He
though?
do
Come
shows.
on.
He do shows.
Man,
but
fuck that.
but he
shows.
probably messing up his money,
He do a
lawyer
lot of
fees.
shows.
But it's not just about R. Kelly. I'm talking about child support within a period.
That's right.
It's messed up.
I agree.
Because you have a dude that's working, and then they get laid off, they get fired, whatever happens, right? And they can't keep up with them payments, and the court doesn't say, hey, you know what? You lost your job, you got this going on, then we're going to take this away, we're going to do that. They continue to charge you that same motherfucking money, and then when you can't pay it, they want to put you in jail? But how can you, if you really care about the child, how you going to put the motherfucker in jail? And if he can't pay the money, so it's just a catch-22 when I see this shit, man.
I agree 100%.
And it makes me
I'm
mad,
sorry, it's
man.
my anger for R.
Yeah,
Kelly
yeah,
that
yeah.
says
right, no.
That's why I
he's
said
different,
fuck
but
him.
he's not.
I
Right.
said he's
not
different, but he's not. You
Right.
get what I'm saying?
Because, and I agree with you when it comes to the child support, because it's unfortunate that you can fucking make a baby without the government being involved, but once the child gets here,
all of a sudden, you're all up in my
all of
business
a sudden, now the judge has to actually come in and facilitate and tell you how things need to be done. So yes, you're absolutely right. But these are some of the factors too. R. Kelly doesn't have a relationship with his children at all.
We don't
It's
know.
his fault.
No, he said. What you mean? He said that.
Anyway, he said it's messing it up. I think before all of this happened, he had something. I think he had a relationship going on with him. Because he said
You never
something.
saw
No,
two of the
his
kids
kids.
that put something on their
Yeah, his
Instagram,
kids
a long-ass thing?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, they went
Let me
off
tell you
on
something. R. Kelly has
They didn't
a
fuck with him.
one of his kids are gay, right? The daughter. And he was on some shit like he was disowning her because of that. Him and his kids and him have a very strained relationship. And that has a lot to do with being a child and going to school, and with other kids have celebrity parents where they could be proud that maybe such and such is my dad or such and such is my mom. You got to go to private school and get ridiculed because your father is known for touching on fucking kids.
Well, in his defense,
yes,
he was raising a whole lot of other kids outside his own.
He sure was. He still is.
Yeah, that's fucked up. But you know
There's a lot of kids.
That was wild.
That was wild.
That was wild.
Shots fired.
The one, I think one of them is transgender, and I won't get into my own personal
Yes, of course.
feelings on that. But R. Kelly, he got on there, he did what he did, he said what he said. I'm just trying to figure out how we are going to get to a place one day where if we come into financial problems or get a job, that our fans is going to take out
R.
160.
Kelly fans are dedicated.
On that note,
Yeah.
you're missing a very important point. Why did the lady do it? Why
What?
did the fan do it?
You mean
Does this nigga not have no people that he knows?
You know
that
what
could've
I believe?
paid this money?
I'm gonna tell you how fucked up. I'm gonna tell you how.
Just say.
I'm gonna tell you
He's
how fucked
blackballed
up.
at this
If you
point.
looked at the music industry
Yeah, he's blackballed.
in Hollywood, I'm gonna tell you how fucked up people is. Because people don't care about they never cared about what R. Kelly was doing. They had no problem with it.
Well, fuck
No
the industry.
problem with it.
Fuck the industry.
I'm talking about
all these motherfuckers that's been
I'm
covering
talking about
up his
his
bullshit.
friend, all
He
of
been
them.
paying them.
These motherfuckers ain't got no money.
This is what I believe, Uncle Rob.
They was on his payroll.
I believe in my heart that now that all of this shit is going on right now, everybody is saying the best thing to do is to stay away from him unless you his lawyer and you're trying to get money. That's it.
He's being blackballed.
But I'm going to tell you this, and I don't care what nobody says. If Kanye West says, I'm coming out with an R. Kelly album tomorrow
That should probably be crazy.
and master it, people will be listening to that shit tomorrow.
Don't give this nigga no idea.
I know. Let me ask y'all a question. When he originally got bailed out from the woman that owns the daycare, and just a random question. If you found out that the owner of the daycare that your child went to went and bailed R. Kelly out, would you keep your kids in that school?
I'm out.
Yes.
I'm gone.
I'm out.
If your kid has had no problems and learning has the best things, you know.
Doesn't matter.
Yo, Uncle Rod, it's somebody can
Would
say.
you send your
they can find out some things that I've done in the past and say,
No.
oh, I don't want to be around him.
No. I'm sorry.
Like,
Let's
yo,
get
come
right
on,
down
man.
to it. She down there like Westbrook getting on her knees, as my man told him in Utah, and she making it please for R. Kelly. But she taking care of my kids. I'm sorry, that's just morally, it's just something wrong with that. I gotta change daycares, bro.
Cause what if he fall on hard times and she hired a nigga?
Yo, you out here? Yo,
that's fucked up.
That was funny.
That was wild.
But could you imagine him singing to the kids?
Angie is out here wilding.
Yo. I know you want to play, but it's nap time.
It's like
Yo,
a porta
I get you
potty.
now. You know what? I don't know. I don't know.
I just don't trust. There's too many daycares in the world.
Yeah, I get you, and I could get you moving. But what gets
Would
me
you
is,
take your kid to daycare and you go in and the lady is wearing a "Make America Great Again" hat?
Oh, hell
is
no.
He would.
Is a
Oh,
poster
yeah.
of
Oh, yeah.
God inside the daycare?
He sure would. That's the wrong question.
But
And then in the play, area, they got nooses and shit.
Yeah.
a trumper.
I'm not
He
a
would.
trumper. But because you know why I don't like that, and then we got to get on the Jesse and everything, not to get on.
Nah, forget about the Jesse. Let's get on. Nigga, all you say.
Wait, hold on, no, that's completely. Make America Great Again. If someone wears that hat, does that mean that they're racist? Like I'm serious. If I was to
It
put
doesn't
that
mean
hat
that they're
on,
racist, but it means that they support somebody.
What
But
does
you
Make
know what's
America
crazy?
Great Again even mean?
You know what's crazy?
Like,
It's not about what the slogan is. It's about who it represents. It
Hey,
represents
Uncle Rob.
the fuck boy that's the
Nah,
president.
Right,
Dog.
but this country been
What's
fucked
the
up
bar?
since
What's
inception.
They don't got nothing to do with
what's the bar that's around the corner from where you used to? What's the bar that's popular? You know the bar I'm talking about.
when I live in East Orange.
Yeah.
You talking about the Tremont?
No.
Oh no.
That's
Tremont
even more
used to be
dangerous.
Hell yeah, the Tremont dangerous.
That's even
Tremont
more
Lounge.
dangerous. Right there at the corner. When you come off the parkway, it was around the corner from you.
You talking about K's?
Oh, you talking about Foxtrap?
No,
Foxtrap
Foxtrap
wasn't
is
dangerous.
no, not the
That's
Foxtrap.
more.
Look at all this
Foxtrap
North
is,
talk
Okay, it
going
don't
on.
matter. Wherever bar you think is dangerous.
Would you wear that red
I
hat?
wear whatever I want to wear, anywhere I want to wear it.
Yo, you know
You
what?
better tell them.
Straight up.
That's a fucking lie.
I'll buy a hat tomorrow. I go wherever I want to go.
I wish y'all could see Uncle Rob.
It's a
No.
fucking lie.
Yo,
That's a lie.
we
That
can
was
videotape it.
priceless.
I wear my hat.
That
I
was-
will wear the hat.
But
I
hold
wouldn't
on.
buy the hat, but I'll wear it.
To
No,
anybody,
anybody.
yo, to anybody who doesn't know P or that's watching this show, he gonna call every gang member that he knows.
Yo, listen, I'm about to do this crazy shit.
Yo, word is more. He did a lot of favors for these no nonsense ass niggas, and they gonna protect him. Outside of that, no, he would not wear that hat. He ain't gonna say that, but I love him. But
I heard.
wow.
I heard somebody request you wear a MAGA hat next week.
Not
I'll
in
wear
this
it.
motherfucker.
I'ma knock
Go
it
to New
out.
York and wear it.
I'ma knock it off his head. He ain't gonna be able to have it on.
So if a person like you know why? Because it just
If a motherfucker come walking down the street with a Ku Klux Klan hat on, what you gonna say?
I I ain't gonna say nothing to him.
But you okay with that?
No, you gonna.
If it's dark and there's nobody around,
He gonna have on a K. The guy gonna have on a KKK hat. He gonna have on the MAGA hat. He just gonna tip it. All right.
Uncle Rod, this ain't even no drunk shit. If a nigga come down my block
with
in
a
the
Ku Klux Klan hat, I'm not talking.
He getting his ass.
He getting his ass whooped.
Straight late.
Straight, yeah.
The only issue.
But you know why? Because my daughters may be running around outside. I don't know what.
But that's all I'm saying is,
I got to whoop his ass.
There could be a person who really feels like, let's make America great again.
I agree, Andre. All right, so Andre made a point. She said she would ask them what that hat means.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
My question is,
you can't just look at somebody and automatically say they racist.
No, but the hat says make.
I'm not asking them nothing. I don't care.
But the hat says make America great again. When the fuck was America great?
You know what? It's dependent on how you take it. And just listen to me. And I'm gonna tell you why.
So you was there in 1776 when they signed. Was you there?
Can you listen to me? A lot of people feel like America is not great no more, and they're not talking about the racist part and the things that went on. A lot of people feel like that the United States, which the United States used to be first in education. The United States used to be first in technology and war and all these other things. The United States is no more first in a lot of things. So what some people feel, and I heard on the radio, a white guy say, he doesn't agree with everything that Trump does and don't like him, but he says he doesn't like because he says he would like for America to become great again, and he put all them points, and it was nothing that he said was racist. And I hate that you people get a tag put on them. That's like me. If I walk with my hood on, right, the first thing somebody gonna look at me and say, oh, he probably about to rob me. He a thug. You get what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying is we gotta stop putting tags on people because social media or the news tell us this is what that means. That's all I'm saying, bro.
But the hat didn't come out until you had somebody that represented the epitome of ignorance itself with the way. Look, I'm not.
I'm about to fuck around, mute your mic for the first time.
No, because, no, because
shout out to Jada Pinkett's mother.
Yes, yeah. Uncle Rod, that's all I'm saying is
I can only block your face. I'm not gonna mute your mic.
That's all I'm saying, Uncle Rod.
But I'm just saying that
like my wife wore a Border Patrol hat. Right? And one day I looked and I realized Joanna had on a Border Patrol hat. So that meant that all of a sudden my wife is racist and all this other stuff?
I like that.
Nah, yo.
I said we need to start our own KKK, the NNN, no nice niggas.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
If I can real quick, can we give a shout out to Jaden Smith? Can we give Jaden Smith a round of applause?
Word.
Really quick, and I'm gonna tell you why, because he's providing clean water to Flint after 5 years. He has this water filterization called the Water Box. So what it does is it filters 10 gallons of water per minute. So now there's a church that he's working with. It's called the First Trinity Missionary Baptist Church. This is one of the few churches that was in Flint that were actually producing clean bottled water to the residents. So he went to that church and he created that filterization system.
That's his grandmother.
Huh?
That's his grandmother.
Yeah, man.
That's his grandmother.
I wonder if she producing clear water.
Well, we don't know. But outside of that, guys, wait a minute. I want to give Jaden a shout out because this is something, all the shit that we talk about, all the stuff that's going on. People keep forgetting that Flint has had no clean water in 5 years.
So
more than 5 years.
Can I
yes,
can I play devil's advocate?
And, yeah, wasn't President Obama in office when that was going down?
Well, he was.
Okay, go ahead.
He was. That has nothing to do
I'm with you. I'm with you on that shit too. So
he is.
Trump.
Yes.
So no, but I agree.
Obvious,
so
we're trying to throw darts because we talking about your hat.
It's something he invented.
No, he didn't. He didn't invent it, but he was working with people over here in order, like they've been working on it for about a year.
Okay.
Trying to get it up and off the ground to actually make sure that it works. But for it to produce 10 gallons per minute, that's pretty cool.
That's a lot.
You know, and
so I'm not gonna I just say with that situation going on over there, and call me an asshole if you want, but there are a lot of fucking rich celebrities that are doing a lot of rich celebrities doing a whole lot of shit for other fucking countries.
Yes.
And you got shit like that going on. That shit should have been resolved the fucking day it happened.
This your own backyard. You worry about everything else that's going on, and that's why I said it, for him to be such a young man, and for him to even be, you know, spearheading. Of course, I know it's a lot of other people.
Shout out to him
that are behind it, but I just really felt that that was pretty dope.
But then I want to know, what has he done before that? You know what I mean? So what did Will Smith do before that? What did, you know, any celebrity that likes to help people? That was major. Let's keep it 100.
It was
that shit
major.
wasn't, you know, in Europe, but that shit was around the corner.
You know what's crazy? I just thought about this. T.I. said this to Mayweather. Not saying this is the reason why.
Thank you, Andrea.
But to that diss to Mayweather.
Facts.
T.I. said, ain't you from Detroit?
Is
right?
he from Detroit?
Yeah, he lived. Didn't you live in Detroit or from Detroit? Whatever. Right? And the Michigan problem, he said whatever. And it's crazy now, right after
my
saying,
bad, Detroit, Michigan, Flint, all that's connected. You're right.
Not saying that's the reason why Jaden did it, but right after he says that in the song, now you hear about this.
Yeah, but
and it's stuff like that, like you said, with all these celebrities out here.
I don't want to take nothing away from what Jaden did. Yeah, you can't. I'm just saying that's something that could have 5 years.
No,
that's been going for 5 years.
More than 5 years.
Right. Okay. So it's more than 5 years. I completely agree with that. But in that comparison can't even work, because this was something that was going on behind the scenes before a fuck nigga even came out.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. And that's Andre. You
then
right.
There must be a fuck.
This is real shit. What she said.
Eminem, she's right. And y'all all talk about he's part of the culture and all this other shit.
Who said these things?
Oh, man. People protect Eminem like he's the golden knight.
You know they do.
Maybe because we're regular motherfuckers with regular lives and we don't have all that money. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe if we were rich, we would, you know, we would understand why rich motherfuckers don't do shit like that.
Well,
I'm being sarcastic.
If I had
because that's some bullshit.
If I had the resource, like if I'm around a whole bunch of rich people and we talking about this and black that, we can move on because we got some stuff our Terrence need to jump into. There's no way that I can be from, like, let's say right now I'm from Irvington and I got these millions of dollars. There's no way that they have a water crisis like that and I don't make sure I take care of my motherfucking city, bitch.
No way.
I agree, but if I may just say one thing. I learned from Shaq. When Shaq had built the Shaquille O'Neal. When he actually built North Screens.
Like him? You look like him. If I see you in the alleyway, I go the opposite direction, nigga.
I'm done. But wait, when he built North Screens, they had like this big old event, and you know he also has apartments and stuff in North too. But he made a statement to the at that time Mayor Cory Booker, and what he said to him was, he said I've been trying to give money to North for quite some time, but sometimes the mayors would stop me. He said that I was right there. I heard him say this directly.
Fuck the mayors. Take your money and go help something on your own.
No, I'm not making excuses.
I know.
I'm not making excuses, but what I am saying is that sometimes when it comes to you putting a massive amount of money into a state or a city or whatever, you do have to sit down and talk to elected officials. They want to see how is this going to benefit them? What do they get out the deal? All that shit comes into play. I'm not making excuses, but I'm just saying that may be one factor.
I'm not a fan of charities. I'm not a fan of that type of shit. I'm a fan of go fucking and do it yourself.
Thank you.
Go and help. Do something to help that situation that's bad where you're from.
Look at Haiti. Agree. Billions of dollars. And Haiti look like it look anyway. Terrence, go on because we're gonna skip Jesse. Jesse, he might go to jail, y'all. 64 years. Come on, Terrence.
And it's Jussie, not
I was
Jesse.
about to get into Jesse, how he gonna get more time than 6ix9ine, but I guess we ain't got to get into that.
They only charged him with 16 counts.
Address that. I want to talk about we're on the music channel, so let's talk about the music.
Yes.
What new albums have you heard in the last 2 weeks?
Yeah, you know what album I just listened
look at
to
that picture
that caught me off guard, and I liked it. A Boogie.
A Boogie with the hoodie.
Yo, dog. I heard a song on the radio. Listen to it. Heard a song on the radio today.
Before you even finish, I love that he's saying this. You know why? Because he's not a winner of the new generation. So this is great.
So shout out to the new generation.
The album, the song that I heard was called Silent Ride. So I went on Tidal. I listened to it because I was getting the end of it. And I said, let me go to the album. And it says Everything for Sale. And I listened to, first of all, it's a dude talking in the beginning, something like a poem. Then it goes into a nice song. It's some real, it caught me off guard. It's a real good album. Like it's not no hibbity.
Look at him.
On the top, but with the whoo, hit a dibba zip. It's none of that. It's.
Oh, I thought you was going out. Like,
Yo,
yeah,
he do that shit.
Because that's what they be doing.
Hibbity, woo.
I said one day I'm gonna make an album, yo.
That's because he an old nigga.
Just like them, but yo, it was a good album. It caught me off guard. And 2 Chainz album, I've never listened to a 2 Chainz album. But Terrence said, Paul, listen to the 2 Chainz album. So I said, you know what? I'll check it out. Is every song on there fire to me? No. But 80% of that album is fire.
There you go.
That sounds
I'll
great.
take 80%
Yes.
of an album.
It's fire.
Okay.
And I listened to the whole album twice while I was doing snow work just to see if it was something. And I said, yo, man, this album is really, man. Those 2 albums for me.
You heard anything or not?
No, I haven't heard anything recently.
All right, it's all right.
You know.
Angie. I got you, baby. Don't worry about it. You got me the wine. I appreciate you.
All right.
We.
Far as the new album, 2 Chainz, I think is fire. Just because when you're 40, for you to make an album and relate to people that's 25 and 40, it's kind of hard. So me personally, I think 2 Chainz album is fire. Coming from where he come from, his last 2 albums actually been good. Girls Love Trap Music was his album before this last album. I think
Shout out to Sue Surf.
His
album was fire too.
Juice WRLD. I don't know him, but he's very popular amongst the young crowd. He just came out today.
Juice.
With a new
What's the song?
Juice WRLD. I don't know. I'm just giving the people whatever information that's
he's
new. He sell out.
He does sell out, but if you listen,
he ain't gonna be at your local Elizabeth.
If you listen,
if you listen, be at Madison Square Garden, my nigga.
If you listen to Juice
that's
WRLD,
real shit.
He has a lot of music that is almost depressing. He has one song that I like. I can't think of the name of it, but his music can come off very what?
It's funny you mentioned A Boogie, Paul.
You replaced my face with Jesse.
Jesse! That's what they said.
Yo,
they said you got 16 counts.
To y'all that's listening, A Boogie with the hoodie did a sign and something at the mall, and it turned into an all-out brawl.
Yeah.
So he just did a sign or whatever at the mall.
Always.
And everybody was brawling in New York. It was crazy.
This guy's bugging
Oh,
right
you know
now.
what? I did hear a new album that I like. I don't know how y'all feel about him.
Solange new joint. I didn't hear it yet.
I heard a couple of songs from hers, which was pretty nice. But I heard Offset's album, Father of 4.
Stop it.
No, I'm telling you, it's completely opposite of what you would assume. Listen to it.
It's no.
No, I'm telling you, it's he. One thing he said about this particular album is that he didn't want to keep rapping about the exact same things that they always rap about, as far as from the Migos. If you listen to the CD, it's pretty dope. I'm telling you.
Did you really put the hat on my head?
I might have to.
Oh, shit. The disrespect tonight is real.
Oh, shit. Okay, Uncle Ra, I see how you living. That's actually pretty good.
It's too funny.
As far as the new albums, I heard Offset. I thought it was gonna be something different. I wasn't impressed, and that's cool. Everybody got their own thing. My thing for this month or this week or whatever is Eric Bellinger. His album, I think personally, is dope. From once you get past the intro, song number 1, song number 2, I feel like you just go. The name is Eric Bellinger. It's fire. It's called Rebirth 2, but that's a whole nother story. I figure I'd just let y'all in on a couple of things. You got Chris Brown and some other people on there. It's fire.
Can we talk about Westbrook and then do our
Bro, we could talk about it. No, let's talk about Are You Serious first.
Okay.
Oh,
go ahead, bro.
yes, I'm ready.
Get your shades.
Get your shades on.
Come on, Uncle Rod, get it ready.
Oh, God.
Hold on, let me get it. Damn, I didn't even label them. So I'm gonna have to just pull them up and we'll go along with them.
No problem. All right.
Yo, to everybody who's tuned in, I appreciate you. Go ahead, P. Do your thing.
What? In the tabernacle.
What the fuck is that?
Is going on here.
She got two asses.
Now you telling me, yeah, and that's what's crazy. She can go to the go-go bar and make money from both sides. She can get tipped from the front and the back.
Okay.
Nigga, are you serious now? I'm trying to figure out. I bet you the underflap of that smells bad.
Well, somebody liking it.
Well, maybe not, because she's getting air.
It's getting there now.
It's getting there? No.
And I know if I was the person.
It looked like she got a little baby or somebody else sitting in front of her.
Hey, yo. How her legs hella small like that?
Yeah, what's crazy is I feel sorry for the person who has to clean that seat later.
Ew.
Yeah, because that's a Walmart thing. I heard.
I have never in my life.
Oh, that's the Walmart chair.
Yes.
Ew.
Yes. Thank you. The air down there.
We don't want it. We don't want it.
Can you imagine a midget on an elevator standing behind her?
It looked like she got a midget sitting on her lap.
Yo,
reverse
why her legs
cowgirl
so
style.
small? Imagine her standing up.
But you know what's cool about it? If you go down there to play with that box and it's cold, she could put that meat over your head and you could wear it like a skin skeleton.
Box? There ain't no fucking box. There ain't no box. Yeah. That shit a basement. It's on a fucking box. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't with
I ain't fucking with
So we gonna move on. We gonna move on to the next one.
That's
but
a lot
that's
of
a
work. That's
nigga.
so much
Are
work.
you serious?
That's wild.
That's too much work.
It looked like two basketballs in some panties.
But why her
Oh,
legs
man.
look like that? Shit.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Oh, my bad. Oh.
Oh my god. I think Uncle Rob checking out them baby dies.
Yeah, that's a baby thigh. That's a baby thigh.
Now, see this right here.
What
is
in
a
the
real
entire-
nigga? Are you serious? Man?
What the fuck is this?
This is when the wrong people get too much tax money.
She getting that fucking money.
What in the? What possessed her?
That's real money.
That's real money. Now, when you talk about now, can I don't even know what to say. Can you imagine her having Mayweather's money?
This is
she be out here wilding.
This is a chick that posts on Facebook all the time that I don't need nobody but me and my kids.
Did you do it already?
Huh? Nigga.
Flip them down and then
flip
them
yeah,
back
that
up.
yeah.
Nigga, are you serious? And it's crazy because whoever took their time and did this, they really have time. They
got talent.
They got talent.
Like a motherfucker.
They have talent.
Do they? What the fuck is
They
that?
got talent.
Look what they did.
They created a
Explain
27.
it to me.
They created a 27 piece
Oh,
out of
okay.
dollar bills.
Here we go.
talent.
And
Here
if
we
you
go.
look at the front of her bang, they cut the dollar bill to give her a bang.
The little-
So imagine see my hair
But
right here.
Angie's right.
Imagine
That's
the bang.
illegal.
It's-
If she walk in a federal court with that, she gonna beat the case but go to jail for $1. Yo, oh
I'm
my
like-
God, yo.
And I would tell the judge, I don't need none of y'all. I take care of myself.
But
Yeah.
go to jail for
She
dollars in her hair.
Yep.
Yeah.
She got money to pay the lawyer right on top of her head.
No, she don't. That's 2 Happy Meals at McDonald's on her head.
Well, whoever.
That's about $19.27.
Well, shout out
That's
to the
a lot of
artist
money.
because they gave her. The artist gave her edges. They gave her a bang, and they lined her up in the back.
Yo.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'm mad that Angie said it was a 27 piece.
And we got
So
one.
what made it not a 33 piece?
It
like
is.
Scott
It
said?
is. It is
Because
illegal, Andrea.
for us ladies that do know about weave, you know what I mean when
That's
I say
a
a 27 piece.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Oh shit, that's right.
Yes.
You can't do that to
You
money.
can't. No. You go to jail. You go to jail. She's right.
Oh, she go to jail.
Yeah, she's right.
You
She's
can't
right.
destroy money.
And last but not least, y'all.
Take her off the screen.
I hope everybody can see this.
Yeah.
What's going down?
What's happening here?
Nigga, are you serious?
What is that?
Now, enough is enough.
What?
I'm tired of niggas walking around with their ass out.
Yo!
But if you're gonna walk out with your ass out, make sure you don't have. He has a. I hope that's Dookie stain and it's not blood.
You old
some
dirty
of these
bitch.
niggas out here playing games that shouldn't be played.
You old dirty.
That's disgusting.
That shit stank.
That's disgusting.
It's straight to the fucking point.
Yo, can you imagine? Can you imagine?
From here, huh?
You got a suede couch, and he get up and he walk, and you see the back of his pants, and then look at your couch, and that same stain in your couch.
But wait, pay attention to the nigga he walking with. That ain't your friend, homie.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Right.
That's like when you got a booger on your nose and you
Right.
tell your boy, like, yo, my man, wipe that booger
Ew, he
off.
dirty as hell.
He dirty.
Like, you gotta say that shit with an act. You dirty. It's ew.
Yeah,
it wasn't a fart, son.
It wasn't no fart. You sharting motherfucker.
So with that being said,
that's not what's big. Go ahead, my bad.
nigga, are you serious?
Are you fucking serious?
You need to check, my nigga. You need to check.
Now I added one myself.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Are y'all ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Oh, shit.
Here we go.
Clap him back down.
Hey! You gotta go on. What? You gotta go on.
Then and now.
What? You gotta go
Come on, you can't do that, yo. I love Lil' Kim.
I love her too.
Yo, dog.
Now I throw lips at
Yo,
y'all.
wait
Let
a
me
minute.
tell you something about this picture.
The crazy
This was
part is-
this picture was Photoshopped.
No,
I
it wasn't.
seen. Yes, it
No,
was.
wasn't. I sent
Yes,
this to
it
you
was.
months ago.
Yes.
No, that's not. No, that
Can-
picture's
can I
Photoshopped.
finish?
Yeah.
Yo, they need.
Wow.
Yo, you know what? I just figured it out. Somebody need to go call the police who found Jesse because I think Little Kim out here trying to do the Momo challenge.
I'm telling you, that ain't right. That ain't right. I'm telling you, that picture was Photoshopped.
Nigga, are you serious?
She ain't never been that big, yo. I'm telling you. Oh,
Yes,
no.
she has.
No.
Yes, she has.
No, it's not.
Oh, yes, she has.
No,
That's a
it's
fact.
not. No, it's not.
Yo.
She look like that dude.
She
Get
took too
in
many
my
Sprite bottles.
belly.
She took too many Sprite bottles.
Let me address that issue for everybody who been watching this. I'm the dark-skinned guy that's on the panel. Angie is the light-skinned woman who still believes in Little Kim.
Yes.
Angie,
What the hell my complexion got to do with me still believing in Lil' Kim?
the fact that you see her as
That is not her pic. That was Photoshopped.
No, it wasn't.
No, it
Angie.
wasn't.
That's the way she
Yo,
really
look
was.
how
No, it's
cute
not how
she
she
was.
really looked.
Yo, you know what? Bump that. The self-hate that she has for herself has destroyed her, and now she out here trying to kill little kids.
Do
You
you
know
know
what's
that-
crazy?
Do you know the story?
Angie is so pro-black, but she's out here going for.
Because you
Little
don't know her
Kim.
story.
What is
Her story says get a fake ass, fake titties,
jaw,
fake nose,
nose,
fake lips,
eyeliner.
fake. That's not even you, Angie. Come on, baby.
Too
Come,
many
look,
Sprite cans go over.
look, Cash Money. Come on, baby.
Nah. I'm not making excuses
Come on,
for
baby.
everything that she's done to herself, but I do know that she was told by a lot of men in her life that she wasn't pretty, she wasn't good enough. She also was in an abusive relationship with Scott Storch. He broke her nose. That's why she started doing plastic surgery in the first place, because her nose got broken twice. Y'all don't know her story.
Biggie, right?
You know what?
Yes, and
You know
Biggie
what,
used to
Angie?
beat on her too. No,
You know what, Angie? I was called ugly for a long time. Now hold up, I'm sorry.
What
I was
you saying that in the past?
Yes.
Oh, that's
in the past. In the past.
I'm next.
Hold up, I was called ugly. Coming up, the dark skin, the black, you blackie. I was called blackie. I was called spook. I was called. Yo, they was like, yo, the lights out, Paul, smile. Oh, there we go. It was all jokes. That's what got me into learning how to joke and hike back.
Right.
I used to get tore up. But guess what? I didn't go jump in the bath for bleach. I didn't go change my skin. And did that shit hurt my feelings? Yo, it hurt my feelings big time. I used to cry sometimes. Keep it 100. Yo, my cousins have made a song about my ears. So what I'm getting to is that is bull. And it's a lot of women out here who has unfortunately been through beating and all types of stuff.
I'm not trying to use that as a straight excuse. What I'm saying is
Kim
you have to have
wildin'.
you have to understand something. First of all, she came into this industry at 16 years old. Okay? So she was dealing with she was dealing with a lot of things. She was in love with a man that constantly would never really wife her, regardless of whatever the reason was. Always, you're absolutely right. Always going for the lighter woman, shit like that. So that I'm telling you, sometimes that shit starts. It leaves a precedence in someone's head. It does.
Not when a whole hood keep telling you.
But I'm telling you.
Go ahead, T. Oh, he took his glasses off.
Well, take your glasses off.
I'm ready for this.
Yo, pavement of the caveman. It's gonna take y'all a while to realize that joke. Pavement of the caveman. Tar baby. Skillet baby.
All right.
Huh?
All right. I was teased too. I was told I wasn't black enough. I was transparent.
Pot jopper. Pot jopper. What the hell is a pot jopper?
Well, we'll find out.
Now we all know a pot is black. Jopper? What's a jopper?
They call the pavement. My point exactly.
We all have been right.
No, Angie. For little kids to do that when you're in grammar school,
absolutely,
that's not cool. And little Kim was running around and nobody was calling her none of these names. I was getting called this at a young age. Young age. When I got to high school,
thank you,
Andre. Me that at a young age. But guess what? I got through the shit.
Yeah.
I don't
I'm
care.
glad that you
Because
did.
guess what? I got some people who love me now.
All right.
That's cool.
All
and
right.
some people who don't love me.
All right.
I've recently had some people who look at me and they my color and they go, oh no, he might rob me. But guess what? She need to get past that shit.
Damn, Andrea, you fucked me up with Arby's now.
Uncle Rod, you hurt my heart. I just want to let you know. You hurt my heart here.
What'd I do?
You put Lil' Kim up there on the neck. Are you serious?
I'm sorry.
I'm hurt.
I wouldn't have did it if I knew.
On Smoke's birthday.
All the black girls used to the ones that was calling me Blackie and all that, right? And then you know who embraced me? The Spanish and the white girls. So I remember one day, the Spanish and the white girls was calling me handsome. So I just didn't know. I came home crying. I said, "Mom, they got a new name for me." She said, "What is it, son?" I said, "They keep calling me handsome." And that's what my mother made me realize, baby, they're not calling you nothing bad.
Well, I wasn't accepted by no damn body. The white people said you look too black. The black people said you look too white. And the Puerto Rican people said we don't know what you are. Okay?
And guess what? Did you change yourself?
I didn't change myself.
That's all
But I'm just saying.
Angie,
Message.
Oh, Angie, when you walk into a lounge right now, do anybody exclude you from anything?
What you mean?
What do you mean when I'm in the lounge? You can walk into a spot right now.
With females, absolutely.
Females, what do you care about females?
I'm just saying, period. Right now, people have a mindset that lighter is better. I never agreed with that shit.
Where
but I'm
does
talking
that
about.
come from?
Listen.
Yeah, we know.
But I'm telling you, as a kid coming up, the same shit that y'all had to deal with being dark skinned men.
I believe it.
Okay, I went home a many motherfucking day begging to be dark skinned.
All right, hold up. I'm gonna trump all y'all motherfuckers.
Oh damn!
Yeah, I was
Do you
waiting
know,
for this to come in.
All right,
real talk. Do you know what it's like to grow up in the hood? Every fucking body in the hood is black, and you got a white mother and no black father there. So you got a white mother, and you the little light skinned nigga that live in the fucking hood.
Who?
I know it's like, yeah, whatever, nigga.
Who?
No,
Nah.
that's some shit.
They picked my mother this color. They picked on me about that shit.
And guess
Well,
what,
my
Uncle
father
Rob?
from the Caribbean.
And guess what, Uncle Rob? What I'm getting to is,
And look at me.
you're
I
not
don't
walking
give
around
a
here
fuck.
tanning yourself and
That's
all
a
that other
fact.
shit. That's all I'm
All
saying.
I'm
That's a
saying is
fact.
that
So guess what?
Point proven.
The Sprite.
Look,
You want to hear me now?
at
Thank
least
you,
Uncle
Andrea.
Ross said, yo, my father, you know, he was black. And he was like, man, get your ass out of here. I ain't seen your father. They seen my father say, oh, you black. Yeah, you black just like your daddy. He ugly too. They didn't even get a chance to see your daddy to crack on. They cracked on my daddy too.
our
But
people
don't
need
I
help.
defend him and
Our
me.
people
All
need
of
help.
those are good
We the
points.
only race. We the only race that
Yo,
pit
look.
that put each other against each other. Due
Look,
to
we
complexion.
having a good time, but guess what? It's made me everything I am today, which
Yeah,
is
facts.
humble.
Yeah.
That's true.
And
That's
I'm,
true.
But-
I'm greatly
Absolutely.
appreciative for
Yeah.
everything that I've gotten in life.
Andrea makes a great point.
Thank you, Andrea.
Everybody is not as strong as the next person, so sometimes those things can fuck somebody's life up.
Yes,
Everybody's not as
yes.
strong as we are
Right.
That's
that we
true.
were able to get through that
Persevere
shit.
through that,
But-
yeah.
So
But you know what we're
Look at
doing,
Little
though?
Kim.
You know what we're doing? And that's why these kids are messed up and so much death is happening and kids is killing themselves. No one is pushing being strong anymore.
Facts.
Thank you.
They pushing why we can't wear do-rags in school.
Yeah.
That's why suicide rate is going up.
Everybody is weak. I remember
they're getting weaker as we get older. That's a fact.
And they're pushing it. It's okay, little Johnny. I know he said you got a big head. Don't worry. Here's the ice cream. Oh, don't worry. You know what my father would say? If you don't get your big head ass out of my motherfucking face and go play. Like, yo.
Like, damn, my shit must be.
Yo. Are you kidding me? I go to my dad. Dad, they said I got a big head.
Get your big head
Boy,
ass.
get your big head ass. And you keep it fucking moving.
Facts.
Yo, it's done.
What
It's
don't
true.
kill you
Will make you stronger.
See how easy that was? What don't kill you?
Yeah, make you stronger.
That's a fucking
matter of
fact.
fact, look at the YMB dude or whatever he is who just got beat up in.
Yo, he got beat up twice. You talking about YBM Almighty J?
Yeah.
They beat that ass.
They beat his ass. It was all on World
They
Star.
beat his ass. They
We'll
beat
put
his
that up
ass
next week on the
from
show.
in the mall to outside the mall. They whooped that ass.
Is he one of those shit talkers, or did he deserve it?
Well, he
or?
says he's a killer and gorilla in
I'm
the
trying
song.
to tell you.
And
They
yeah,
ain't no
dog, man, they took his phone, his chain,
kicked
his
that nigga in the
radio.
face.
They was all in his pocket, yo.
Yes. He suffered a concussion. He had the thing
Okay,
on the
okay.
neck.
Let's clear this up before we go.
Go ahead.
How many was it?
It was a lot of them.
No,
How many was him?
It was one of them.
Oh, no,
So-
don't even go there with that, because my mother always told me that if you ever get jumped, and I have been jumped, you take the
Where
absolute.
they hurt you at? Let me see.
No. My mother always told me that you take the person closest to you, you pull them under you, and you beat the shit out of them.
No,
now, they all
that's
fuck you
not
up
what
in
I'm
the back.
saying.
Oh, I was
I'm
about
just
to
saying
say,
you
somebody
can't.
gonna wear that.
You can't take no credit away from it because you got jumped.
But no, Uncle Rod, he didn't even try to
He
fight
ain't
back.
even fight,
He got his
though.
ass whooped.
He
But
ain't
this is
fight,
my problem.
Could he fight
Uncle
back?
Rod, you're not Uncle Rod. You're not on this radio station talking about I wish a nigga would catch me.
He got
and
that
all of
work.
other shit, right?
No.
When you coming out there and you talking like that and you going in these hoods,
You deserve it.
you better understand that you
If
need
somebody
to be
would have fucked
prepared.
Takashi up, I wouldn't have had no problem.
You
with
wouldn't have had no problem. You
He
gotta
ain't
be
even
prepared,
square up,
yo.
though. He ain't even square up.
Now,
I'm glad you said that, Uncle Rod. Do you think that Jesse should get more time than Takashi?
No. They bugging with the
Jesse-
time with Jesse.
No,
They
Jesse
bugging.
got 16 counts put against him. They always want to put the highest amount of counts on you so they can have something.
They
stick.
put the counts
I
on
wish
it,
we would've
but-
had the
you
video
know
of him
what? You
walking
know
up
what
in
they're
there
really
like he was
doing? Did you
Jamal
know that
Lyon.
60, no, not 64, I got the number 60. 50 people from the hospital got fired. What the real problem is,
50?
yes, they was going through his charts and trying to sell the stuff. See, that's what's really happening. They're covering up. The police let out information they wasn't supposed to let out. It's people getting fired. So what they're doing now, this my personal opinion, I think they're pushing, let's hand them, let's put everything on them. Y'all slow up on fucking the people who did you wrong. We'll bring these counts down. You probably won't do no jail time. But
Shout
if you
out to
keep on
Jaden
pushing like
Moms.
you're pushing, we're going to have you bent over. And then we're going to really see what's going on.
But he'll like that, though.
Not getting taken like that.
We never know.
Well,
Yeah, you never know.
y'all missed him
Some
today.
people
He
into
walked
that
in the
aggressive
court.
shit.
But he walked in the court confident today.
He walked in the court like he was Jamal Lyon, okay?
You know
He had
why?
a whole team behind him with shades
you know
on,
why?
walking like Blade.
But you know why?
He wasn't
they
playing.
let the cameras come in and tape everything. And see, with them people getting fired like they did, it's really showing something, man.
I'm sorry,
But,
Jawan. I was blocking your husband. My bad.
Real quick.
I
before-
forgot it was up,
the HIPAA
Jawan.
law.
Listen, real quick, before we get off the show, I just want to address this issue, and we ain't got to stay on it quick. We wasn't on here last week, so Westbrook ran into a situation last week where a child touched him, kind of swung at him while he was on the sideline, and he was saying how the fans have access to touching the player, but if we do anything to them as a professional, we get hit with it more than they would get hit with it.
It
and
should work
the
both
parents
ways.
should, have, when you pay that much for a ticket, have control in your child. So this week, Westbrook actually is playing in Utah, and of course, a white fan says something derogatory and racist towards him, and he reacts and says, I'll come after you and your wife
and he says that the wife was with it, or whatever the guy was saying. Now the guy has been banned, so obviously they went to the tape and the vocal.
Yeah, because they can hear that.
To
shit.
hear exactly what the guy said. So they have that. Him and that fan has been banned from any Utah game for life. So whatever they said, obviously
it was bad.
Westbrook was right about. But I just want to hear the console on how they feel about, you know, things of that nature that's happening. And I said it wrong.
Yeah,
console?
you should have seen Uncle Rob face. He said.
I looked at you like you gonna let him get away with that nigga. I'm trying to be
birthday.
nice.
It's his
The
birthday.
nigga said the console.
What is it, the PlayStation?
It's your birthday.
It's his birthday, yo. Go ahead, man.
Hey, y'all.
Nigga, you need some consoling.
Oh, and like he's, I got you.
Hey, listen.
You know what it is.
Us dark skin been going through it for years.
For years.
For these bald-headed. I love Uncle Rob. She's bald-headed, light-skinned.
Man, fuck y'all. When fucking Nino Brown fucked up G Money, it was over for us.
It was,
It was and Christopher Williams.
You know what to say? Oh, we like, I never liked that pretty motherfucker.
But you know what? You know what I don't like, and you see it all through the NBA. I can be a fan of sitting up in a row, like the lady when LeBron. They had a joint where LeBron was in Cleveland, and he was walking by, and a white girl was like, "You a bitch," and he looked at her, and you could tell he wanted to walk, but in the security. The stuff that they go through, and people say, "Oh, they gotta be professional."
But if I say you a bitch back, I'm getting in trouble.
And they call them niggas because I remember.
Some people trying to get paid when they do that
I
stuff
forgot
like that.
what basketball player it is. He said he will never go back into a Boston arena again, and the type of niggas and everything that they get called, and it's okay, but when a fan snap and wild out now, well, I mean when the player snap and wild out, and I just don't think it's a fair thing. But if they start doing that, what they doing, banning them for anything, from anything, and what I would do, I would ban them for every basketball game in the league. You
right, ban them from NBA. Period.
You wouldn't be able to step
Facts.
in another. You would not be able to step into another.
Facts.
And when they
Know how
start
to
doing
conduct
that,
yourself.
it'll stop all that. Because that boy went over and hit Westbrook.
And mind
if
you,
Westbrook would have karate chopped him,
he would have been in jail.
He would have been in jail.
Out of the league.
And all of that, man. It's not right, yo.
They're doing these things for a payday because they're aware
But
what
they
could
got
happen.
the best seats in the fucking
building.
You know, the Westbrook thing, the first time or with the kid, I'm not mad at. And I know everybody going to say, nah, you shouldn't be able to touch. He was a young kid that wasn't schooled by his parents on the fact that, hey, you can't touch a fan. But when a grown man with his wife comes out and tells you you're supposed to be on your knees like you always been used to being, I think that's a cross. That's a line that you don't cross. I'm supposed to be on my knees like I'm used to being.
That's some other shit.
You know what that is, Paul? That's a red hat.
Oh.
Oh, come on.
No, it's not. You know what that is? That's a savage from the Caucasus Mountains of Europe, and you know me.
And I agree.
If they would have said that to me, the things that would have came out of my mouth.
I agree with Andre. It was probably a brat with a false sense of entitlement.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. I'm not mad at the kid because he has to have guidance, but when you're a professional and things have to happen the way that it has to happen, I just think that it's hard for Westbrook to constantly be the bigger person. So I just wanted to address that before we get on the show, before we get off the show. I'm sorry. And I appreciate y'all. I know I'm a little bit
It's your birthday.
It's cool.
Your birthday.
It's your birthday. So we gonna end the show, and I just want to say, man, Terrence, I had a great time tonight, man. Angie had a great time.
Yes, I missed y'all.
I missed you guys, yeah, but I see you every day, man. So I'm gonna end the show first. Terrence, you can end the night, man. It's your day, man. So
I
man,
go first?
Nah,
end it.
you ended it.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna shut up, and I'm not even gonna say my saying tonight, man. This is all about you tonight. Tell you I love y'all. See y'all next week.
All right, so we're so happy, and thank you to all the viewers. And real quick, before you forget, Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. 15 Minutes of Fame Radio, 2 Oxtails and an Empanada.
I just thank y'all for tuning in. I think Uncle Ra, once again, he's been pleasantful with his bald-headed ass.
Pleasantful.
Thank you, Uncle Ra.
Let you live tonight because it's your birthday.
Yo, pleasantful is a word, dog.
Is it?
Look it up in the dictionary. That's a word. Pleasantful. That's a word.
No, we're not gonna Google it. We're gonna keep on.
Why
going.
not? That's cool. He can check it out. It's a word. Angie, she comes on here. She's been a blessing. She sits in between two black men. One who is definitely just politically strong and just barking all over the goddamn place. And she's had to take it, and she's had her moments. But guess what? She got through it, unlike Beckham. And we ain't traded to the Browns. And I appreciate you, Angie, and I thank you, and I love you. And Paul, you got me today. Because, yo, dog, you don't even know how mad I was. I was sitting at the house just now, writing out the outline, and I said, boy, I'm going to tear his ass up. Because I see him every day. I don't care about nobody, but this nigga, he had the nerve to not say nothing to me all day. Let me tell y'all, when you work with somebody for 8 hours and they don't say shit to you about whatever doesn't mean something or do mean something to you, it's going to do something to you. And I learned a lesson today, and I appreciate this guy. He is one of a kind, and I appreciate him, and I love him like a brother. And I thank you, my G, and I appreciate you. I'm Uncle Rod once again. You the man. You bald-headed, light-skinned ass.
Why you guys say? Why you just can't say something nice?
You ain't dark. Yo, dog. You ain't dark skin. You ain't dark skin.
But why I gotta be like
you light skin with white teeth?
I'm gonna defend you.
Hold on, Uncle Rod.
Yeah, Uncle Rod, thanks, man. You bald-headed motherfucker.
Y'all don't even see this right now. Have you ever? Let's.
The longest ever.
Yo, have you ever seen? Yo, enjoy this moment. Cause this ain't tea.
Never gonna get it.
You ain't gonna get this again. That's what. Just let him go. Let him go. I've never seen this from him right now.
Word.
It's his birthday.
And I appreciate y'all. Mom, if you watching, I love you more than life can explain. SP, Aunt Marie, Uncle Tyrone. And I just love y'all. Whoever watching, I appreciate you.
They hashtagging Uncle Ron. Yeah. Uncle
Word.
Ron, bald-headed, light-skinned ass.
Andrea.
You done started your shit, nigga.
What's this? Heist,
man.
I said Heist. Whoever's on, I appreciate you. And I thank you. And I'll see y'all next week.
Yeah, we is out.